welcome to another episode. Today we're going to talk about Adenium, and we're going to talk about this Adenium, of course. So we're going to repot this guy, and we're going to do a little bit of a ramification work. And yeah, so this tree is from my own personal collection. I had it now for about 6 years, and I grew all the branches and the entire canopy. When I inquired it, this was a informal upright, and it didn't have any branching, and this was not as thick and bulky as it is now. This Adenium, the reason why I'm repotting it now is because it is in the middle of the summer. That's perfect for Adeniums. This is actually the prime time to repot an Adenium. So as you can see, this is a very unusual Adenium, right? It's a semi-cascade, and I call this tree the snail. So as you can see, it has pushed itself out of the pot, so it's definitely time to repot this guy, okay? So the way that I go about that is, first off, I have some I have a cable over here. This is the tie-down wire, which I use to tie the tree into position. So the first thing I want to do is cut this off to make sure that I don't hurt the tree when I pull it out of the pot. Yes, it is definitely time to repot. So whenever you see the roots come out of the bottom of the pot, that means that your entire pot has had a chance to fill itself with roots, and now we can go ahead and repot without having any worries. When you repot an Adenium, you should never use your bare hands or a rake or a root hook to go in here and tear up the roots. You should always use water. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to let all the hot water escape, and this is actually quite a soft setting, and I'm going to go in here and wash out all of the old soil. So in the last video I was talking about where to cut the branches so that you get more branches, right? Now this branch, and then we have little branches off to the side, and then we have this long branch here. Now I want to shrink the entire canopy and push it back a little bit, right? So since you see I have some branches in here, but then over here is my last branch and it's just straight. So I was talking about this in the very first Adenium video, that here where you see these little eyes is where you have all the buds. So in here they're very far apart from each other, but then right in here they're very close to each other, right in here. Do you see that? So that's why I'm going to go in here and then cut the branch right there. And now from here I'm going to get another set of branches. Now don't be alarmed to how the tree looks like now in comparison to before. I took it all back in, and now when it starts to regrow again I get so many more branches, and then I can really start on my ramification and make this a really beautiful compact canopy on this side of the tree. Now this is what the tree looked like a couple months ago when the entire canopy was in bloom. It's a beautiful tree. This is what it looks like a couple months ago. Doing. So in order to have the entire canopy filled with flowers and have it this compact, this is very necessary. So now the next couple of steps are very important. Before I pot the tree again, I want to keep it in a shaded area outside for about 3 full days, because I want all of these cuts to completely heal, as well as the whole root base. Now this will help me that if I would have damaged any of the roots while I was working on the tree, they will now dry out and heal over, so that I don't have to be worried when I plant it again that I will have any unwanted rot. Not that you ever want rot. So air dry for 3 days now, and the roots are completely dry and there's nothing wet on here anymore, which is great. So now I'm going to go ahead and pot this tree, and I'm just going to put it back into the same pot. I really love the combination of the pink flowers and the dark blue pot. I think it makes the flowers pop even more. Now here's a little trick. When you tie down an Adenium, you always want to use these aquarium tubings, and you can use these to tie the. You can use this into your wire for the tie down, because the codex is so soft of an Adenium. If you don't use one of those, you might actually end up hurting the tree. All right, let's see. So the future goal with this tree is to not have a bigger canopy than this, but have about 10 times as many branches, and have them all kind of on this side, and have it be a almost like a semi-cascade windswept type of tree. And the canopy will be to here. I need to have some more back branches. That will be the next that I'm going to work on, and I also need some thinner branches on top. And I think this tree is going to look really good. So this is the finished product for today. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to keep it in the shade for another 3 days, and I'm not going to water the trees. I'm still not going to water the tree, and reason being is because now that I potted it, I may have scratched or hurt a couple roots that, you know, unintentionally, and so I just want to make sure that I don't have any open roots inside the pot. So I'll keep it in the shade for, I would say, maybe 3 to 4 days, and then I'll water in probably maybe 5 days from now for the very first time, and then I'm going to do once a week watering, and then I'm going to go into every 3 days when I see the tree starts to push. Once the growth actually comes and explodes, I'm going to start to water every single day. And I'm very pleased with the outcome. So let me give you guys a 360.